Hey Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is going to be your Case of the Ex, Will We Reconcile reading. This is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every single Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. If it does resonate with you, wonderful. But if it doesn't, please feel free to check out your moon, rising, or Venus sign. I've already pre-shuffled the decks for each sign, and I will leave a timestamp in the comment section below for when each reading begins. I just need to cut the deck. So let's get started with Aries first, okay? All right, clear and concise messages for my Aries, please. Will they reconcile this person they're thinking of? Okay, Aries, so we've got Sagittarius here, we've got Pisces, also Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini as well. So what's going on with your ex? I feel like, Aries, that right now it feels like your ex is in a stage where almost as if they're trying to reestablish their equilibrium. With this Temperance card as to how they feel about reconciliation, I feel like, and just how they're feeling about you in general, I feel like whenever this relationship ended, it really threw them off balance. Not just emotionally, but I feel like the breakup affected multiple areas of their life with this Temperance card. And I feel like right now their focus almost as if they're trying to get their life back on track. There's something about this relationship or the effect that you had on them that when you separated, when there was this severing of this connection, it really threw things. They lost a lot of balance here because I'm showing here the challenge for them with reconciliation is this World card, right? Something that came to a complete end, right? Something that came full circle, right? And I feel like for them, it didn't, right? Because this is in their challenge position. It didn't end either the way they wanted it to. It didn't end. There wasn't real resolution here. With however this ended between the two of you, there wasn't a resolution here. And I feel like this person feels like there's a little bit of unfinished business between the two of you, and that's what's kind of throwing off their equilibrium when it comes to how to proceed here. I do feel like, though, with the Nine of Pentacles is their overall energy, right now they feel like they need to be single. They feel like there's things that they need to either discover about themselves, learn about themselves. Also, I feel strongly that this person, this breakup could have affected them financially, and they feel like, especially if you guys own things together, property together, lived together, had investments together. It doesn't have to be that. This can also really feel like investment of time. I feel like this person, you must have invested a lot of time and energy into one another because they feel like this pulled a lot of their energy, almost as if a piece of them is gone. And I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles energy, they're trying to get to a place where they're content again. I feel like they're trying to establish some kind of contentment again. Almost as if they don't know how to be. I feel like even if you guys had some rough times in this relationship, I feel like your highs were just so high, right? the good times were so good that I feel like they feel like being content without you is something they're going to struggle with, or they're struggling with it now and they feel as if this is going to be kind of what they have to focus on. How do I get my balance back after this and become content within myself, even though I feel like this relationship isn't over completely. It's over in the physical, right? But maybe not in the spiritual, especially with having 2 major arcanas here. I mean, technically you have 3. Now, at the base here, I've got the King of Swords, which is about kind of truth and clarity. I feel like I really feel like there's some kind of something they're coming to grips with the King of Swords, and I feel like they're having a bit of a challenge coming to grips with the fact that this could be over, or that it's completely ended, or now they have to figure out how to proceed and find some kind of happiness again now that this is over. And they're kind of they're struggling to do that in a sense, but they're putting in a lot of effort with this King energy, and I feel like with the Temperance energy they'll find some kind of balance here. But right now I feel like it's not, their focus isn't reconciliation, because with the action that they have that they'll be taking towards you, I have the Hangman, which is an energy of stagnation, right? It's an energy of allowance. It's also can be an energy of sacrifice. I feel like some of them may feel like they have to sacrifice being with you right now, if that makes sense. There's something that they have to sacrifice, almost as if they don't have, I feel like some of your exes feel like they don't have a choice in the matter. Like whatever happened between you two, they have to just ride it out. They have to deal with, kind of almost like they have to deal with the hand that they're dealt with this Hangman energy. So I feel like while part of them feels like this isn't over yet and they feel like it'll be revisited, I feel like right now they're in an energy of like, I have to play with the cards I'm dealt right now and focus on kind of getting myself together, getting my spiritual self, physical self with this Nine of Pentacles energy. And right now their focus isn't reconciliation, but I will tell you it's definitely it's on their mind, because they feel like your cycle isn't over yet. They feel like you guys have either some more lessons to learn, or you have some lessons to learn independently so you can come back together and finish out this cycle completely and successfully, or come together and have a successful connection. It all depends on kind of how the energy manifests later, but right now their focus isn't on reconciliation. It's definitely on themselves. These are very singular energies, and focused on getting their life together. So I hope that was helpful, and I want to jump now to my Leos. All right, Leo, clear and concise messages for my Leos, please. What's going on with them? Will they reconcile? What's going on with their ex? All right, Leo. So we definitely have other fire energy here. So you could be dealing with another Leo, but especially a Sagittarius or an Aries. There's strong fire energy. So you could be dealing with another Leo like yourself, or another fire sign. And then of course, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces is here as well. So let's jump into it, Leo. This person who you're thinking of, that's your ex, is right now really preoccupied with their thoughts about reconciliation is heavily on this person's mind with you. I will definitely tell you that. They have the Eight of Swords with how they're feeling, so they're preoccupied with their thoughts. And what's kind of crowning that energy, we have the Judgment card. And you know, typically the Judgment card can talk about energy of reconciliation or revival, right? Reviving a situation. And I feel like this person is trying to come up with any way possible, almost as if I really feel strongly, almost as if a way back into your heart with this energy. Just overall, just looking at your entire spread, the Judgment card as being their overall energy really indicates that reconciliation is at the top of their mind. But I do also feel like there's some other thoughts kind of crowding with this Eight of Swords energy. And I feel like those thoughts, some of those thoughts are of course related to this reconciliation, but I feel like there's some conflicting thoughts here with this Eight of Swords energy. And the reason I say that, with this being their feelings, there's conflict, right? Because all the other energy in this spread is about action, and it's a go, right? When you see the rest of this spread, it's a go. But there's something that's pulling them back into this Eight of Swords energy. I try not to clarify, but I may do a little bit of clarification for you, Leo, because I feel like the reason I say that, and the reason why I may want to do a little bit of clarification, is because, okay, at the root, we've got the Knight of Wands energy. I mean, this energy is all about action. This is a very take charge, action, charge ahead, move forward, let's get this thing going kind of energy. And what's crowning it is the Judgment. So they want to get a revival of this connection going, but then you've got this energy, this kind of inertia here, this almost as if it's like a stopgap, like there's something impeding all this movement forward energy. And then in their challenge position here, they've got the Fool. So the Fool and the challenge can be very naive, right? Almost as if for some of you, this person is naive to think that they could get a reconciliation with you. I mean, for some, I may not need to clarify that, but for some, either they feel like they're naive to think that they could get a reconciliation with you, or they feel like they're foolish to think that they could get a reconciliation with you based on their past behavior or actions towards you, potentially. But for another group of you, though, I feel like, because the Fool can talk about the energy of, I feel like this energy of reckless abandon, right? You move towards something with reckless abandon. You're not worried about the how, right? You're just worried about your why with the Fool energy. It's all about you're being pulled, almost as if this character is being pulled by its urges, right? To move towards something they can't understand or control. And I feel like with this being in your the challenge position for the person is that, God, they really want to move. They really want to, I mean, with these two energies, they want this reconciliation. They want it badly with these two energies. I mean, and of course it crowning, but there's something holding them back in their feelings. Can I get some clarity on this Eight of Swords? Ooh. Okay, so, okay. Well, Leo, that's you. That's you. Or it could be another fire sign. I feel like, Leo, have you told this person? Okay, so the Queen of Wands can be an energy, it's a very dominant energy. She thinks very highly of herself, and with reason. She's in the upright, so I feel like almost as if you threaten this person, like if you ever try to get back with me, you better come correct, because I'm not playing these games with you anymore. Or it's that I feel a strong energy that you put them on notice, Leo, about something. There's something that this person knows that they have to deal with before they ever step to you, before they ever come towards you. They have to come correct with some situation. And you've kind of put your foot down here, potentially, as well. this person just doesn't know exactly how to move with you, and that's kind of holding them back with this Eight of Swords energy. Now, the action that they're going to take towards you is the King of Cups. So they're going to come in and offer you the highest level of emotion, right? With this King of Cups energy. Is that what you want? I feel like almost as if there's this strong energy of that they want to express themselves so deeply and emotionally to you. They want to offer reconciliation, hands down. That's a given. But I feel like if this was a person who only gave you emotion in the past but didn't give you something tangible in the past, I feel like with this King of Cups energy, they're going to step up their game this time around. And I feel like they're doing that because you arrived in your Queen of Wands energy before this relationship ever ended. You kind of put your foot down here. Like the Knight of Wands, I feel like they know that they can't come in with this Knight of Wands energy. They can come in very passionately, but they have to have matured into this King energy before they come in to step to you. And I feel like they have, and they'll approach you with an offer that kind of is worthy of you and worthy of the connection or relationship that they say they want to build. So I hope that that was helpful and provided a little bit of clarity for you. And let me move on here to Sagittarius. All right, clear and concise message for Sagittarius, please. Will they reconcile with this ex? Ooh, Sagittarius. Well, Sagittarius, you have to be dealing with a fire sign or someone with very strong fire placement. So either another Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. Strong Leo energy here. Very strong. Or this person is someone that you feel very, very passionately about. Or could feel very, very passionate about you. So let's jump into this. There's very, very, this is how they feel, right? The Four of Wands. I feel like this person with the Four of Wands energy is how they feel. They want to show you that either they've established something that you required of them in the past with this Four of Wands energy. Because the Four of Wands is about home, it's about celebration, but it's about like a connection that's so balanced on a spiritual level and a physical level that this kind of connection, a Four of Wands connection, has manifested. And I feel like this person could potentially want marriage with you or just a solid, strong relationship with you. And I feel like what the challenge is, they want this, definitely, Sagittarius, but I feel like in the past, potentially, the past is really hindering this reconciliation. I'll tell you that right now. With the Ten of Wands being at the root, this is about, this person's overburdened, right? But sometimes it's not, your burdens aren't just responsibilities. Sometimes your burdens are your actions. Your burdens are your patterns, your habits. Sometimes your burdens are people that you allow to interfere in connection. Sometimes your burdens are self-inflicted, right? Sometimes you're not just carrying burdens that the world has placed on you. You're carrying your own burdens as well that you've created and manifested, birthed, all of that. And I feel like with the Ten of Wands being at the root of this, for this person, I feel like there's some history. I'll put it that way. There's just some history here. And they know that they would have to almost, you know how they say sometimes like your arms are too short to box with God, right? Almost as if this person feels like this fight is beyond them. They feel like that. I really feel like either there's something that's happened in the past in this connection that they feel like it's going to be very difficult to overcome, or they feel like it's going to be very difficult to convince you that they want something this stable, or it's going to be, or for some of you, I feel like they put a lot of roadblocks in front of themselves to get to this reconciliation. That's how I feel. I feel like this person feels like, I screwed up pretty royally in the past. I would really have to overcome a lot. I've made some mistakes. That's what I get. I feel like this person feels like they made some mistakes. And they do want this solid, stable. This is passion. What's so great about the Four of Wands is that this is passion that's not unbridled. It's passion that is, it's a controlled burn, right? I feel like though, with the Ace of Wands being your challenge position, for some of you, infidelity was an issue with this being with this, because the Ace of Wands talks about a strong, almost sexual connection, sexual prowess. It can talk about someone who's very, what's the word? Liberal with their wand, we'll put it that way. So that could be an issue for some of you. That's not all, but for some of you. I also do feel like that for another group of you, it just, this person feels like it's going to be so difficult to get something off the ground with the Ace of Wands, because with this popping up in your challenge position, it's about that potential energy to really get something going and to set a fire to something to really get it going. And they feel like it's going to be really difficult to get back to a stable connection with you. If you were in a really stable connection before and you had some challenges, they feel like it's going to be really difficult to get back to that place. Now, their overall energy is the Strength card. So the Strength, ooh, I really get that controlled burn. This person has a lot under the surface that they feel for you. There's so much passion in the spread that it's just kind of undeniable. But I feel like they're really controlling that urge. As much as they want this, I feel like they're really restraining themselves with this Strength card. But I feel that the Strength is a very powerful card. So the passion that they feel for you in this connection and the possibilities here, it's kind of unmatched with the Strength card. There's something that is, this is, the Strength is about something that's so powerful, right? This Lion, that it has an overwhelming power that can be tamed. The right person can tame it, right? So I feel like either you were that person for them, especially if this was kind of a wilder person in the past. They may feel like you can tame them for some reason. You have an ability to tame them, or you kind of inspire them to kind of tame some of their urges potentially. Now, let's talk about kind of their future action towards you in this reconciliation that they want. We have the Tower card, so of course I have to clarify that, but I feel like sometimes the Tower can be like a grand gesture, right? Clarify the Tower, but sometimes the Tower can be a grand gesture. Sometimes it can just be something that happens completely out of the blue that you can't predict. It can be like a chance meeting. Ooh, okay. God, so much fire. This is a really passionate connection. I really feel like it's going to be difficult for you not to be approached with a reconciliation, to be honest, Sagittarius, because this is an extremely passionate connection. I mean, it's all fire here. All fire. So we got the Eight of Wands, right? And look, this fell out too. But we have, it's all fire. We've got the Eight of Wands here. So I feel like there's going to be some kind of unexpected communication here, because the Eight of Wands talks about communication. But this also, for me, this is the energy of a pop-up, right? Someone showing up somewhere, showing up at your house, showing up at your job, or sending you something out of the blue to kind of express how they feel. This can also be a barrage of text messages, calls, communication. I feel like if you haven't heard from this person, there's communication coming in for sure, and it's going to be almost as if it's overwhelming communication, to the point where you're going to be like, okay, how do you go from not talking to me to sending me like back to back text messages about how much you miss me, want me, need me in your life? Like it's going to be that sudden, and it's going to be that passionate. It's not going to, this isn't going to be a test the waters kind of messages you'll get. It's going to go from hey to I need to see you. Like I need to see you kind of messages here. So expect that, be prepared for it, because that's coming in, and decide kind of how you want to deal with this, because this is very, very strong, passionate energy, and this person's going to be very passionately coming in. So I hope that was helpful and provided a little bit of clarity for you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.